Liquid Galaxy is a remarkable panoramic system that is tremendously compelling. It started off as a Google 20% project created by Google engineer Jason Holt to run Google Earth across a cluster of PCs, and it has grown from there. Liquid Galaxy hardware consists of 3 or more computers driving multiple displays, usually one computer for each display. Liquid Galaxy applications have been developed using a master-slave architecture. The view orientation of each slave display is configured in reference to the view of the master display. Navigation on the system is done from the master instance, and the location on the master is broadcast to the slaves over UDP. The slave instances, knowing their own locations in reference to the master, then change their views accordingly. The Liquid Galaxy project, while making use of Google Earth software, does not develop the Google Earth codebase itself. Google Earth is not open-source software, although it is free, as in beer. Instead, the Liquid Galaxy project works on extending the Liquid Galaxy system with open-source software, both improving its administration and enabling open-source applications, so that content of various types can be displayed in the immersive panoramic environment.
Good afternoon, sir, and I'm doing well, and I hope you are too. Let's enjoy this meeting, and everyone watching us, I hope they take a valuable lesson from it.
Now people are listening to me because I have still my mic on mute, and I will say again, hello, Jazz, hello everyone. Remember that all the questions are going to be through the Discord channel, and please, you can talk in the YouTube chat if you want, but questions will be answered through the Discord channel because we want Discord to be the main communication system. So please, if anyone is listening us, send us some kind of ping by the chat or whatever, Discord, to if we are okay, because at this moment I am not listening right. I am not sure. Yes, we are okay. This left here is telling me that feedback is okay now. It was muted. So I hope sound is good. And I'm gonna start with the today's presentation. Let me change this. We have some slides for today presentation. I think those are on the screen, but not well. There is still something here. Has to go to another place. This is live, so okay. So thank you, Jais, again for coming today and helping me out on this presentation. And let's gonna see what are the projects we have for this year, and briefly, most of them also more interesting. What are our focus? I will say. Let me go to the next slide. Okay, so the agenda is this one. We are gonna talk about the projects goals. What are your goals in the Summer of Code projects, and not for the Summer of Code, I mean for the general projects we have. We will talk briefly about the architecture and layers of any project for the Liquid Galaxy. We will explain the ideas and new additions to these project ideas, because we will be expanding the ideas. Usually we expand those with the students, contributors help. And a little bit about what's next for GSOC. So just repeat.
Yeah, I think that we are doing good for this GSOC, and the projects that we have published are 27, but we will be publishing more, and most of it would be like related to the technologies of the Google part, and how we will be like helping you to create stunning user experiences with like what we are creating is not just the app or not just the interfaces, but how you can make it better with use of the speech technologies with the help of other technologies that are related to the AI system. So yeah.
Good. So the thing is, as you are handling the Discord, do you have a message for this again? Josh?
Yeah, I'm just opening the Discord.
Okay. So the point is that, I will repeat it. The point is that please write your questions in the Discord main channel, because this is the communication online systems we are going to use this year. We'll answer everything at the end of the presentation. You can throw your questions while we are talking, but at the end we will present you. We will answer your questions. So let's gonna go for the first slide. So let me talk about project basics. If I look up, it's because I have many screens here for the streaming, and then the contents you are seeing is on my top right screen. So remember, Google Earth is not open source, so the Liquid Galaxy project is focused on creating visualizations for the Google Earth in our cluster, the Liquid Galaxy cluster of computers, and developing different use cases. So another very important question is that generally we do not use cloud services. Why? The question is because the answer is because sometimes contributors, or in the past students, wanted to use the typical cloud-based services like Firebase or cloud, whatever cloud. And then it happens that suddenly, if the project was not well coded, it costs us a lot of money, and we are as non-profit we don't have money to spend on this, and it was a pain for us. So also there is a maintenance issues. If we go to the cloud services, usually the code behind the use of these services are crazy to maintain for us. So we will not use generally cloud services. And when I say generally, it's because we can talk about any specific project that wanted to use cloud services, but usually we will not use that. For this, as you, most of you that are presenting the videos with the proof of knowledge, we prefer that all the logic, database, the user interface will be on an Android tablet. The code can be developed in many of the languages that supports Android tablet: Flutter, Kotlin, Android, Java, because this is easy to maintain. Usually, students will push their application before ending GSOC to the Play Store, and then except that there are some kind of deprecations of the APIs or so on, those applications will last for a long period of time. Usually when you code, this is not happening. And also, it's better because we will not install anything on the cluster machine. Sometimes students, contributors wanted to put some code on the master machines, on the rig machines, and this is not okay. All the logic has to be on the Android tablet. Why? For the same reason, when anyone in the world extends a Liquid Galaxy and wants to use any of our applications, if they have to maintain over this another kind of software, it's a mess. So it's easy that a Liquid Galaxy has their own software, it runs, and then the tablet connects to the rig, and everything works fine. So it has to be separated. Would you like to add something about this, Josh?
Yeah, I would like to add one thing, that whatever you will be creating, just stick to the technologies that your mentor will tell you. Like, it could be that you are trying to use a technology, but it is not a Google technology, or say it is not a very dependable technology. It is not highly updated, or it doesn't have a good documentation. Then don't stick to it. Just ask your mentor what is the technology to use with it, and just go with it.
Okay, let's continue. So this will be the overview of what we talked on. This is the architecture. So we have usually a Liquid Galaxy rig. The minimum is 3 screens. You can have 7 or any number. And also think about that you can have not one but several rows. But usually we are going to systems like 5 or 7 horizontal in only one row usually. But there are other form factors that we have in the many installations in the world that has more rows of screens. So if you are working for a Liquid Galaxy, what we want is that you use 5 PCs rig. I mean, your project has to think about to be viewed in the perfect way in a 5 PCs installation, or with Google Earth, or with Chromium, because we also have different projects that run over Chromium. So usually at the left screen have to do all the logos on the top, or on top of the Google Earth have to be the logos, and on the right screen on top of Google Earth also have to go the whatever HTML or otherwise contents you have. So in the 5 screens will be Google Earth appearing, but on the left screen we want the logos, and on the right screen we want the whatever other code, whatever contents. And then the main rig, of course, is connected by Ethernet in a local LAN, but as we are using an Android tablet to connect to this, we need a Wi-Fi, and the Wi-Fi has to be on the same network that the PCs. And then the Android tablet will connect flawlessly with an SSH to the rig, and the Android tablet has to contain, as we said, everything: the logic, the database, and the user interface. Josh.
Yeah. So one more thing, that the HTML contents it could be that there is a camel balloon sort of thing, which is basically a description of what you are presenting or what you're visualizing. You can have that sort of thing on the rightmost LG whenever you are like clicking the visualize button or whatever equivalent you have on your Android tablet. So yeah.
Good. Let's go for the next one. So those are a few guidelines we want to explain. One important thing is that this year, we started to do that briefly last year, but this year all the projects we run in GSOC or outside GSOC, I'm going to be clear on this later, have to be able to run with or without a Liquid Galaxy rig. If a rig is available, I mean, you have a cluster of computers that run Google Earth or Chromium, the user will be set up the connection through the menu, the typical menu we have with Connect and so on, and then the information will be sent from the Android tablet to the rig. But if the user has no connectivity, or is away from a Liquid Galaxy rig, have to have the opportunity to use exactly the same functionalities that you will run against a Liquid Galaxy. This means that all the application in the application in the Android tablet will have a simultaneous view of the Google Earth application that runs on the cluster. On the cluster will be seen across many screens, but on the tablet will be seen only in a small small part of the tablet. So using Google Maps, Google Earth usually. So why this? This is because this way the applications that we are going to develop this year will have more visibility, more spread possibilities, because people will not have the obligation to have a Liquid Galaxy at that moment to be using the application. And I wanted to mention two different applications. One is yours, Josh, the application you did last year. You will explain in a second about this, the Volcano track, and also the application Rust developed by Karine Pistilli with Project Drone Korea. That those applications are a very good sample of this technology. I mean, you have, for example, in the project of Karine Rust, when the Drone Korea team was in the forest or in the whatever in the lands doing the task of reforesting, they don't have a Liquid Galaxy, but they need to use the system. So the system work without the Liquid Galaxy. But when they were at an office, they have the rig, they connected to the rig and show the same information in the rig in a very immersive and large view. But you have to have the same opportunity to use with or without a Liquid Galaxy. This is, as I said, this is because the applications are easy to discover, install and maintenance, can have maintenance through the Play Store, and this will increase the Liquid Galaxy project user base, because they will not be it will be not a must to have a Liquid Galaxy RIS to use these applications. So comment on this, yes.
I would be telling one thing, that whether it is a Liquid Galaxy one or without one, just whenever you are referring to any of the existing projects, like say you must be having something that is on our Liquid Galaxy Lab account or on our GitHub, then always go through the contribution or the README guides, because those are the ways that you will be able to know like what are the prerequisites and what is sort of information is needed. Like I do remember that one of you were using an Android tablet, but it wasn't a right size. It was like a phone size, and were asking me that if why aren't the buttons visible or things, because most of the apps, if not all, are made compatible or responsive to the Android tablet size. And if you are publishing any of the app, just go to the README of the existing project, which is very closely to your the idea that you have selected. So it will really help you.
Also, just one thing that contributors are asking is that you please explain how you deal with that last year, is that Google now runs Google Maps API calls through the Google Cloud system, so you need to pay for these calls. So how you deal with this last year? I mean, don't you have to pay? You can have several, I will say, thousands of calls without paying. How this works?
Yeah. There is a limited number of calls that is, although like very huge number of amount that you can do freely. So there is an API or a key that you have to paste in your code repository, and if needed, I will be giving you the instruction that how you will go to the official site of the like Google developers, and how you will get that, how you will grab that API key, how will you create that account, and how you will use that like map API. And that Flutter maps, like the one that I have used, was like free of cost. I didn't have to pay anything, and the map was loading. So yeah, if needed, like just do let me know to the Discord. Like just ping me, and I will create a PDF for the instructions, like how step by step you can grab your API. So yeah.
This is a very important point, because this year we are going to focus, as I said, on that all the applications have to go in both with or without. I mean, all applications will have to have their own Google Earth embedded or Google Maps embedded on the application. So all the developers will need to go to this API, and they have to deal with this situation. Okay. So talking about this year ideas, we have the senior mentor team we have in many countries in the world work in the, I would say, since November last year on the many projects, and we presented on the ideas page 27 different projects for new contributors. And remember always that those are our ideas, and I would say the focus of the organization, but you as contributor might present any other idea you have for a visualization or Liquid Galaxy cluster. So the ideas are mainly divided in 4 main areas: the Android or Flutter based ideas, machine learning, artificial intelligence with TensorFlow. I will explain why I say with TensorFlow, Chromium based projects, and core LG APIs, SDKs, or whatever kind of core applications for the main Liquid Galaxy application. Those are the 4 main areas. Let me see what is behind this. You already have the possibility of seeing these ideas on the website. The only question maybe will be that when I say TensorFlow, I mean that Liquid Galaxy project is so next Google. If we are happy this year to have another time interns, I would say interns from Google for GSOC. This is something, remember, that no one knows. This is very important to repeat today. I don't know if it's later in another slide, but no one organization, not us, not the organizations, know at this time if they are going to have interns for this year, because Google will present this the selected organizations on next February 22. This means next Tuesday. Google will be publishing the list of the selected organizations for this year Google Summer of Code. But as I said, we are not only working for Summer of Code. We have different laboratories in the world. We have many other contributors, and this is our planning for this year. Then we are happy to be again on Google Summer of Code. It will be fantastic. Hopefully we are. But till next Tuesday, no one knows about this. So, new additions. I wanted to introduce you to the. We always want to try to use some of the new. I will say, I don't want to say hype technologies, but I would like to say new technologies that can be good for the projects and for the customers, for the users of the Liquid Galaxy. So those also have to be linked to Google. We can work with other companies' software that are open source, but usually we work with Google, so we would like to do this stuff with Google technology. So for this reason, I say TensorFlow and not. Don't ask me about using. Don't ask the mentor team to use PyTorch, for example. We like a lot PyTorch, but we are not going to use PyTorch on our system. So this time we are evaluating the possible integration of different technologies that are very hype at this moment. One of these is BART, the Lambda-based new chat-based application that will come from Google at some time in the next weeks or months. I'm going to go a parenthesis, like the ChatGPT that is taking the internet by a storm, made by OpenAI and projected by Microsoft. So Google has his own technology regarding this. It's called BART, and it's based on his Lambda model. And also we want again to try, because we did that in the past, but we will not focus. We have not too much focus on it. But this year we will also try to make some integration of voice synthesis and interaction. We use in the past, we have used plenty of times Google Assistant. We have voice recognition using Google APIs on the main tablet controllers. Always you can press a mic and say wherever you want to go, Delhi, India, or Barcelona, Lleida, Colombia, Brazil, Athens, whatever. But those are simple APIs. At some moments we have used Google Assistant, and this year we went also to explore other kind of applications. For this reason, at the very beginning, before we start the streaming, you listen that voice.
Liquid Galaxy is a remarkable panoramic system that is tremendously compelling. It started off as a
this
Google
voice is generated by AI,
Google
and
engineer
it's
Jason Holt
very
to
good
run
voice.
Google Earth across
There is
a
no
cluster
person
of PCs,
on the rear.
and it has grown
This,
from there.
the voice
Liquid
is
Galaxy
explaining
hardware
the
consists
basic
of 3 or more
about
computers
us,
driving multiple
what is the
displays,
Liquid Galaxy project.
usually one
So you can
computer
listen.
for each display. Liquid Galaxy applications have been developed using a master-slave architecture. The view orientation of each slave display is configured in reference to the view of the master display. Navigation on the system is done from the master instance, and the location on the master is broadcast to the slaves over UDP. The slave instances, knowing their own locations in reference to the master, then change their views accordingly. The Liquid Galaxy project, while making use of Google Earth software, does not develop the Google Earth codebase itself. Google Earth is not open source software, although it is free, as in beer. Instead, the Liquid Galaxy project works on extending the Liquid Galaxy system with open source software, both improving its administration and enabling open source applications, so that content of various types can be displayed in the immersive panoramic environment.
So I wanted to repeat the voice because I think it's fantastic. And then this voice was generated one of the many applications that are at this moment. Most of them are free. Some of them want you to pay a few dollars, not too much, for generating that kind of contents. But the idea is to integrate this year some both voice synthesis and interaction. I mean, not only reading aloud something, but also interacting. This needs, of course, with another backend for a machine learning system, natural language system like Google Assistant. Or also that at this time is without voice, some kind of generative artificial intelligence like the ChatGPT is now running on all the sites on the internet, but using for real the BART that is coming from Google at some moment. So just you have you've been seeing some information about BART. Do you want to share with us something about this?
Yeah, just wanted to share a general idea that it is good for the user experiences. Like if someone wants to know something that an AI generated voice can like help a lot, it is a benefit to everyone. And yeah, Google does it for even the ones that are like not able to understand it. Like if someone is not able to see it, then he can hear it, and it is a benefit to everyone. So yeah, why don't we use something technology that is giving good user experiences to everyone? So yeah.
Yeah, I have in the next slide. We explain the use case. Imagine that your Liquid Galaxy is somewhere in the world or abroad, maybe Mars or Moon, and the system always, of course, the system knows where it's located. What I mean the system. I don't see where is the Liquid Galaxy physically connected, but where the Google Earth camera is looking at. Okay, so imagine the point is about have information in a context, in the context. Imagine you are in I don't know, in Paris looking at the Torre Eiffel, and then you ask the Liquid Galaxy, show me Indian restaurants of world, because you want to have some very good curry this night. So Liquid Galaxy, of course, knows where the camera is pointing at. Liquid Galaxy knows that we are in Paris, France. So the system can interact with you, talking about whatever, and then looking for the information and talking to you in with voice in a loud way about what are the Indian restaurants around. No, show me the monuments to visit here. How can I go to whatever place? I mean, it's something like you will do with Google Maps, that you're in a place and you are showing me restaurants around. It's exactly the same. But imagine this working with the coming soon. No one knows when it's going to come. Systems IPA from Google that will develop this system of I will say chat by text, but the voice can be integrated with many of the APIs that generate voice in real time. Or you can have, for example, we can make use case having pre-recorded voices and saying only certain places or certain questions. Imagine you go to Paris. What 10 monuments have to be seen when you're in Paris? So we can have the voice pre-recorded with a very nice voice like the one that we listened before. And then the point is that that the system is knowing where the system is and in the context, and then interacting with the user, and then showing up and talking about these opportunities. So we don't know what will be the real functionalities of this BART API and functionalities, but let's hope that in the upcoming weeks or months Google launches it and we are able to introduce it for this year projects. Let's go to the next slide. Voice on sound. So this is something we already say. So historically we have used many sounds using Google Assistant or other APIs SDKs. I remember we developed several projects using Arduino-based both recognition with a mic and the Arduino recognizing the voice and allowing the people to interact. This was made by a student several years ago and now a mentor, Otávio from Brazil. It works very nice. But of course, if you work with an Arduino, the power is very low because those machines are cheap but not so powerful. So the point is, there are many A-based voice possibilities, and we want to include those functionalities: narrating histories, playing songs, always take care not copyrighted songs, and so on. I don't know, Josh, any comment?
Yeah, and so we can use voice and sound in our projects, and if you will be using it, like have someone like test it, and it should provide a good user experience, but also it should be like if it is not working well, if it is not having good queries to like search, or if you're using it for say you are saying something and you want that place to pop up or you want that area, and if it is having some bad user experience, like try to correct it, try to see that what can be a better possibility and what can be the best APIs that are available out there in the open source market.
Well, we will be seeing in the next weeks or months what's coming out. Let's continue. So let's talk about next steps for this year GSOC. Again, we have to wait till February 22. That is near. It's only 3 days for this date, and Google will announce the organization for the Summer of Code. In the meantime, we have already 14. No, I think it's something like, I don't remember if it's 17 or it's 20 now. Videos of proof of knowledge of the different contributors they want to go with us this year. Some of them are still unpublished. Maybe this afternoon will be. Few were not so good and were returning, and most of the contributors remake the video and it's are okay now. Some of them are still not. And also, so I will not say three, maybe today six have sent already the demo IPK as we requested in the preliminary needs for determining your proof of knowledge in our system with the IPK developing Flutter usually. But again, you all contributors receive this answer, but we will not review this till February 23. Why? Because if we are chosen by Google to go another time for GSOC, things will go in a direction. If we are not chosen, things will go in another direction. Basically, the different thing is that is the speed. If we are developing these applications under GSOC, people will want to get their interns or parentheses their money in the future, so they will work fast. And if we are not selected, most of people will not help, and we will do that with regular contributors, and it will take more time. But so the important thing is that we will be continuing our work as usually since many years ago. We started with this on 2010. It's been 13 years, a lot. So the difference will be the speed. So you can continue sending the videos and the applications, but we will not review till the February 23. And let's hope that Google selects us again this year. What else? Tip. Okay, preferred projects. What is this? So as I said, we have 27 different projects in our website, but I will say there is a list. We changed it many times, but this is the list we are presenting today. This is the list of the importance. I mean, because when different mentors from different cities, countries, and so on have different views about the direction of the project, what kind of information has to be shown on the Liquid Galaxy. But also, of course, we will wait for different contributors offer their own ideas. But we have some preferences, and those preferences listed here are, I will say, not in order. They don't have any order, but at least those are not the 27. I don't know how many there are here. 2, 4, 6, 10, 12, 14, 16. I think there are 17. That's 10 less than the main content. So those are projects that we are especially interested in develop this year. Why? Because also remember that we have a large, I don't know, 21, 22, 23 mentors this year ready, and we have mentors that specialize in some areas. For example, the first project talking about LoRaWAN, that is a very nice Internet of Things system, radio system that works very well. We have our dear colleague Mario from La Rioja, he has just become Google Developer Expert on cloud, and he has large knowledge on this technology, and he's willing to help us on this kind of project. So the point is that we need to have both students, contributors on one side that wants to develop one project, and also, of course, mentors that have the knowledge on this kind of projects to reach a good end of the project. So I would say that those projects are the ones that have better positioned to be selected among the different proposals contributors will send. So this is gonna stay on YouTube, so you can take a look at the list wherever you want, and if you can present any other of 27 projects, of course you can present yours. We want you to present your own proposal, but for us the preferred ones are these ones. What do you think about this, Josh?
Yeah, I would say that the tip is to like go for the project that we have preferred. But if you have like a genuine interest in some of the other, like just show your interest, and that's all matters.
It matters a lot. And also, let's explain. I don't know if I'm advancing to other slides. I don't remember, but let's tell that. Think about when if we are going to GSOC, students will go to contributors will go to this list of applications, and then the point is that if you apply to the same application that 15 people apply, so I want to do the CubeSat project, and 50 people applies to the same project, only we can choose one student, one the contributor to do this. So it's you have less opportunities. So it's better that always you ping us and say, let me say if I'm advancing. No, because this is the proposal writing. You are going to explain again, but it's very very important that you understand. No, we are not saying this. So let me start again. So if lots of contributors go to the same project, you have less opportunities. So as you can present till 3 different projects, our conseil is that, or tip is that you contact us in a private way, not publicly in the Discord, in a private way, by the email you have, the liquidgalaxylab at gmail.com, saying, okay, I'm gonna go for this ones. What is your opinion? And we will try to help you, depending on the interviews you will have with a mentor, and also with the. Okay, there is plenty of things we have to balance, but the important thing is that you ping us about what is your idea going to. Okay, Josh, explain this slide that is yours about the proposal writing, and I like this, the art of writing good proposal.
Just 1 second. Yeah, I would just say that you start off by copying our master document, because you need that template. You cannot just start off without having like your own thing, because it should be from our master documentation. And you start with the indexing. You make a table of contents, like so on and so forth, what you will be writing on. And the first thing that you should tell us about yourself. And when you will describe about yourself, just be genuine about your interest as well. Like, let us know what are the, like as Andrew said, 3 projects that you would be interested in. That would be easier for us to like give you like what target that you should be focusing, so we can like distribute the people among the projects. And then after you can tell us about your interest, and if you want, you can also add a link to your resume, or a link to like how you want to tell us about your background and stuff. Then you start with the project description, like according to you, what is the roadmap, what do you think that would be the ideas, and what do you think would be the technologies that we would be using. And create good mockups. And by good mockups, you can go to any website that is giving you templates of, say, mobile or tablet, and you can just copy it, and then you can start creating your own mockup inside of it. Create that normal LG5 screens and your app, that how it will be looking and how it will send the data. And good mockups will help us to know that how you are going to picturize, how you are picturizing your ideas. And then go for the use cases, like what are the use cases. Because some common use case could be education and geography, like how it can be helpful in education, how it is showing all those places in the Liquid Galaxy. And then go for the UML diagrams, which is a unified modeling language, which is adopted as a universal language for designing. So you can tell us about that, how your use case diagrams, how your sequence diagrams, and how your other UML diagrams are like included in your documentation, and what they are showing. Finally, tell us about the tech stacks. Your information isn't complete if you don't tell us the technologies that will be going on. So always tell us about the linked technologies that you are going to use. And lastly, but not least, follow the timeline. There is a timeline for everything, and it will like let you know that what I have to do in this particular time, like before the mid period, before the end period. So yeah, that's all about the proposal writing.
Take a look at those animals I have now here. Oh no. Josh, what do you think about these animals I have now here?
Yeah, it's really, really
well. The Android is not an animal; it's a robot. Oh, so 1 second. Let me turn the screen, because 1 second. This has turned again. I have to do what I have to do to turn this again in the other direction. This is gonna be shown on the screen, but no problem. Okay, it's okay now. Okay, so they made me company because most of the students will work on Android, Java, or Flutter. Maybe some of them will use Kotlin, but so. Let's go for the next slide. And yes, most of the things have been already said. You can create till three proposals. Remember that doing a proposal is not an easy task, so you have to understand the basics of the idea project, research on what data you need for doing that visualizations, where the data is located, what will you do with the data, if you will apply a machine learning model, or simply you will store on a database and show it up. Maybe that data is already available data, or maybe the data is coming in real time with an API from wherever. For example, Josh, last year when you did the volcano track, all the data was already, because the eruption was in 3 months period. So you get all the data, import all the data on your database, and you simply, not simply, but you just expose the data on the screens. But other students have take the data from APIs in real time, like the many different other projects, and then you have to take the data in real time after a user requests that data, and then apply whatever kind of logic, and then send the data to the Liquid Galaxy. So you have to think about what are going to be your data, what are the visualizations you can create, and as you said very well before, think a lot in the timeline, because you will need to adjust your timeline to the reality of the period that will be develop the project. So our counsel is identify up to 3 projects that are of your interest. As just also said, most of the projects have to be on the language you are confident, and also with the kind of project. And of course, you can present your own ideas. Contact us for tips on the selection through email, not through Discord. Discord is for asking help. Discord is for community, for talking all of us, for receiving communications, but email is for private communications. And focus on the first 2 projects you're going to present, if you want, and maybe present a third if time available. We always say to the students, to the contributors, that it's best to present at least 2. Why? Because if the first one is so crowded, as I explained before, is so crowded, we will say, okay, take a look, this is so crowded, maybe you have to go to the second one or the third one to have more opportunities. Remember that we have to be balanced. We can't have any preference for any contributor, so we have to be balanced. So we just simply give that tip, and then selection will go with the different mentors that will evaluate the proposals, and also the interviews will come later. So also, of course, we are not talking all about the Liquid Galaxy. We are on the Liquid Galaxy project, but this applies for the Google Summer of Code in general. You can apply for different organizations, but from our point of view as mentors of the Liquid Galaxy, it's better if you establish real relationships with one community and craft a great proposal. I mean, you can start to go to different open source projects after the 22 announced from Google, but for us, it's better that you focus on one. Of course, we want you to focus on the Liquid Galaxy, but you can go wherever you want. But it's not a good idea to start to ping many different projects and develop, because you will have to change your mind, both in the way the community are talking, and also, of course, in the technology. It's not the same. Every community, every open source project will be talking, will be developing in different ways. One of them, maybe you have to go to assembler, very low place, C, assembler, whatever. Some other will be only higher level languages. Some only will be focused on machine learning. Some will be focused on whatever stuff. But all the projects are different. So this is our reminders. Any other question you want to ask, Josh?
Yeah, I think that's good. And just go through the question and answers, and let them ask the questions.
Perfect. This is the questions. finished. So let's go for the questions. Are you gonna be reading the Discord? Because I can't at this moment. And remember to go to the top of the Discord, and we'll be answering those things. Let me have the Discord here. So what will be the first question? If there are any.
I don't think there is any question at this moment. So yeah, let's wait for them for the questions.
Oh, well, people is saying that the volume was a little bit louder or static. It's too loud. Oh, I don't have the opportunity to see this. I imagine what's happening, but I can do this in real time because I have to handle many things. Let me go something like this. Let's try now if you listen us better. But this was not in real time. I don't see questions, so everyone knows perfectly. Or are you seeing some questions, Josh?
I think they are typing. I think two are typing, and let's wait for the questions.
Okay. Let's see if the volume is better now. Please, Josh, explain us whatever thing. So, because I want to test to see the volume go.
Yeah. So in general, if I would explain Liquid Galaxy, it is a panoramic cluster, and it helps us to visualize onto the cluster of Google Earth. And it could be like 3 or more of the Liquid Galaxy clusters. And usually we use some Android tablet or some other technologies to send or visualize the data, which is in the form of KML, or the keyhole markup language. So
I'm gonna show you a picture while we wait for the questions appearing. Let me see if okay, this picture. Okay, this is the JEDA Liquid Galaxy Lab. We have been doing some changes this week. We have 3 different rigs. Only 2 are seen on this screen. We have 3 different rigs working. One with 555 inches, one with 340 inches screens, and one with 526 inches that is not appearing on the screen. Those are real Liquid Galaxies, not virtual machines ones. And students we have on the laboratories have been working a lot, because this is a machine that the big one is something like 500 kilos. It's a very big machine. And then let me try to find another screen where we can see the 5 screen system we have. I have too many photos. Usually those are ordered, but let's see. So I would say that we have at the JEDA Liquid Galaxy we have lab. We have 5 rigs running now. No, 5, 3 different units ranging from 5. Maybe this screen shows up something. This has the 3 screens, 40 inches, and the 5 screens, 20. I think it's 26 or 28. I don't remember. Machines. And we have something like 8 different Liquid Galaxies, but not all of them are running simultaneously. So,
yeah, we have some questions by this time. So I will go with the first one. So it is Amanjot asking that, can we submit up to 3 proposals irrespective of the fact that they are for the same work or not? And I think it is later answered as well. But just to clarify, it is 3 for overall, means you can use those 3 proposals into one organization, or you can split it up and use it wherever you want. So yeah, 3 maximum proposals that you can send. But also always visit the GSOC guidelines for 2023. There is a good number of guidelines that are telling about the timelines, about the selection process, and about the various ideas that are about GSOC.
So we can. I think it's clear, but maybe Ryan says that he's confused on this. It's 3 overall for all the program, of course. For the program, we mean Google Summer of Code. You can present up to 3 to any organization. You can send 3 to one organization, 1 to 2 every organization, but up to 3. Maximum are 3 every student. I mean, the students, the contributors will have the option to present 3 proposals on their dashboard. So 3 to different organizations, or the same one, or 3 different ones, or 2 on 1, whatever number you want, but 3 maximum. Explain more about Happys. Okay, so Happys was a project developed by your mentor and admin, Claudia Diosan. I'm going to show you something on the right screen, hopefully. Let me touch this system. I don't know if this says too much. No, this is not too much. One second. So Happys was a project that was developed before the pandemic, and it was crazy because it was finished just before the pandemic started. So our idea was crash because we think about to help, I would say, start to help a few people, and then suddenly there were millions of people in it, and it was impossible to do anything. Happys is a project that wants to connect between people in need, usually I would say homeless, and people that wills to help those guys and also those persons. And also there is another role in the project. So there are 3 roles in the application. One is the homeless person that is in need. One is the I would say the helper one, the people that want to help, and also there is one in the middle that is I would say the person that looks for people that wants to collaborate and looks for the people that has the need. What Happys did was that it was a database where you can have people are in need, people that want to help, and then people that want to be in the middle, bringing, imagine, food from a restaurant to a people in need on the street or in whatever place. So we developed the project. It was very nice, but it had to be improved. What are the improvements we want for Happys? This is something you have to discuss with the mentor, with Claudia, that is the admin of the project next to me. If we are going to GSOC or if we take the project outside GSOC, anyway, it's the same. So the thing is that what are the functionalities we have to add and what are the things we have to review? I can answer you because what we present on our ideas page are not the projects fully developed. We want this to be a thing between the mentor and the contributor, because we cannot make an enormous declaration till the end of what a project goal is. So the point is that we just send ideas. You take a look at the code. If we are talking about Happys, you have to go to the Happys application. It's totally in the GitHub. You can download it from the Play Store. Take a the application what does, and then you will be talking with the mentor. In that case, Claudia is also administrator of the Liquid Galaxy project. And then you will arrange what are the needs for this year. What are the things we want to change? But basically, the project is about to change some functionalities that are already developed, change to new ones. Which ones? Those have to be agreed with the mentor. This happens with most of the projects. Okay, we will not launch full ideas developed because we want contributors to offer their point of view. So if we say we go to this, you have to think, imagine what the project will be. It will be about a visualization about that kind of data. You have to be the one thinking about how to import the data or manipulate the data or visualize the data. Of course, we will help you, but it has to be a work between both the mentors and the contributors. I don't know if I explain it well. What next, Josh?
Yeah. So the next question by Sahil. He asked that up to what level of Flutter should we know to easily contribute to the projects. So I would say even if you are at a beginner level, because I remember that when I was contributing for Voltrack, that was my first Flutter app, and I was just into the process of learning, and I just escalated quickly because it was like so fun, because I had good knowledge of JavaScript and I was relating to JavaScript. But in your case, say if you are just a beginner and you are like a quick learner, then it is like really beautiful if you can start off with Flutter and just start creating something. The practice is what you need to make it perfect. So yeah.
Okay. Another question maybe to add to this is that one thing is the Flutter level. I mean, what the Flutter, let me touch this guy. What the level of knowledge you have to have about the Flutter technology, but the other thing is that this is not the only point. You have to have plenty of other knowledge like networking, connecting to other databases, doing the. I mean, it's not only a presentation. Flutter is for the main user interface, but you will need to add more code in whatever language to just connect to the database, to handle the database, to implement the logic and so on. So the level of Flutter is. I mean, you can make a very simple application with a very short, low level of knowledge about Flutter, but anyway, you have to develop a project that has plenty of logic behind, so you will need other kind of knowledge with the same or other languages. Is that right, Josh?
Yeah.
Next question.
Next question, if we go. If we are not clear about the project idea and need some more info, do we communicate that in Discord? So yeah, if you want some idea that you are not clear about, if you want to know more, if you want more references, more links to that idea, that what can be the possible tech stack that I can also add, you can contact any of the mentors on the Discord channel.
Yeah, that's right. Mentors at some moment will incorporate to the Discord. They are not too much now, but they will incorporate and they will ask that kind of questions. And yes, that's the way. Ryan says you could send a private mail. Both works. We prefer, of course, as we are open source, that all the open information is open and published on the Discord. And if it's very important, we will add it to the main Liquid Galaxy. Let me show where is the Liquid Galaxy page that you already know very well. I have to repeat that Josh helped us this year on renew our team, and it takes still a little bit to load. Take a look at this. It takes a little bit much. We have to short this. Maybe we have to get rid of some of the animation, because those are beautiful but not working nicely, because it takes too much time to load a page. And then here's the ideas page. You know this one. So as I said, Ryan, just use the Discord for general things and for everyone know about this. And then if this is very important, we will write it on the Liquid Galaxy site, or maybe we ask you or mentors or whatever develop a video or a document, and this will be included in our documentation site or in the GitHub. Next thing is from Manaj. Josh?
Yeah. So Manaj is saying that let's see from where. Yeah, it is saying that till last year there were no payment credentials to be filled for using the Google Maps API, but it now asks for payment credentials to verify just before using any package. Just to verify them and then choose the free package, and it will work fine. So he is saying that it is free but need payment credentials. So yes, I will look into that, and I will definitely create some instructions, and I will see, because I remember that I didn't have to pay any payment credentials, but it was again and again popping up those payment credentials. So I will just see if there is an alternative to that. So, and I will post a PDF on Discord.
So Manaj is 37 minutes behind in the video, so he will listen that answer very late. Hope this helps, and I understood that you are making some kind of investigation of this, and you will publish it for everyone knowledge. What says Vinicius? Hello, Vinicius from Brazil. There are some deadline to send the proof of knowledge touch. Yes, of course. The deadline is not written, but it's not written because of the at this moment we don't know if we are going to be chosen by Google. So after the 22 we will start to publish if we are in GSOC real deadlines, because those will be next to the deadlines from Google. But as you have here in the website, let me pass again, you have here in the menu, in the program details and calendar by Google. Yep, this is not jumping. What's going on here? Okay, we change the page and we have some the calendar. Where is the calendar? Here is the calendar. It's a large page, we know, but we have plenty of information. What we don't want, because other years we have several posts with different information and people become crazy. And we prefer only to have one post with everything here, and if you have to scroll, sorry, but it's better to do it this way. So take a look at the GSOC contributor application deadline is on April 27. So this will be the deadline for the videos and the proof of knowledge. That will be not only those two things; those have been preliminary, but we will add a few more questions for us to be reviewing your application. So next to the proposal, so you have to do the video, you have to do the APK, and of course, then all the information is written on the webpage, the GitHub, and so on. And then also the proposal, of course. Maybe only we will add a few more or some more things to the prerequisites. I don't know if this is so clear. I don't see more questions. Yash, is there any other questions?
I think no one is asking anything, and like we are out of questions.
Okay. Good. Maybe this means that we have been clear in our explanations, or well, I will say to start to finish this that I think on behalf of the organization that all the students or contributors that have sent the videos have worked hard on this. Also, Josh, again, thank you for the help on the Discord channel. And let's see what happens. So stay tuned for the next, I will say, Tuesday late night for American time or whatever you're in the world. I will say till Wednesday 23. And we'll see after that what goes on, and we will retake the agenda. So thank you, and see you again next time. Okay?
Bye-bye.
Bye. Let's change this to the main.
Liquid Galaxy is a remarkable panoramic system that is tremendously compelling. It started off as a Google 20% project created by Google engineer Jason Holt to run Google Earth across a cluster of PCs, and it has grown from there. Liquid Galaxy hardware consists of 3 or more computers driving multiple displays, usually one computer for each display. Liquid Galaxy applications have been developed using a master-slave architecture. The view orientation of each slave display is configured in reference to the view of the master display. Navigation on the system is done from the master instance, and the location on the master is broadcast to the slaves over UDP. The slave instances, knowing their own locations in reference to the master, then change their views accordingly. The Liquid Galaxy project, while making use of Google Earth software, does not develop the Google Earth codebase itself. Google Earth is not open source software, although it is free, as in beer. Instead, the Liquid Galaxy project works on extending the Liquid Galaxy system with open source software, both improving its administration and enabling open source applications, so that content of various types can be displayed in the immersive panorama.